This is Sennin Cove. From here you can walk to Land's End. It's a 1.25 mile walk. Takes about 20 minutes over the cliff tops. It's a really nice walk. And if you're looking out for it, on the right hand side you'll come across a shipwreck. And I'll go into more detail about this later on in the video. And it wouldn't be the UK without a bit of rain. The RMS Mulheim was a German cargo ship, built in Romania and launched in May 1999. On the 22nd of March 2003 it was wrecked at Land's End after the chief officer fell unconscious while on watch. In heavy seas later that year the ship was broken into 2 pieces. This shipwreck between Sennin Cove and Land's End has got to be on the list of one of the coolest things I've ever seen. It's quite amazing to be able to walk around the remains of a shipwreck and to see what the elements have done to this wreck that's been here for around 18 years. And if you look at the decay and corrosion on all the steel, it's quite impressive really.
We come near.
This looks like the remains of the plant room. You can see all the pipe work and flanges, a couple of motors back there. Sennin Cove is very picturesque, great for taking Instagram photos. Just look at these two. Here's the fantastic t-shirts I mentioned in part 1, really like their branding. We're heading off to Penzance now. Having booked this trip last minute, lots of the campsites were fully booked, so we had to do a bit of wild camping. For our night in Penzance we stayed in the Pirate Inn's car park. This is a local pub in Penzance, really nice food. If you plan to stay in a pub car park, it's always good to phone ahead and just double check with the landlord. The Jubilee Pool was built on a traditional bathing spot near the harbour. It was designed by Captain Frank Latham. It has been an iconic feature of Penzance's seafront for over 80 years. It's Grade 2 listed and it's the largest seawater lido in the UK. You'll need to pre-book tickets to St Michael's Mount for either the castle or gardens or both, and this will allow you to get onto the island. You can still walk over to it at low tide, but they won't actually let you through the gate unless you've got tickets. The gardens on St Michael's Mount are really nice, but they don't take too long to walk around, maybe a couple of hours maximum, and if you haven't got tickets to the castle then there's really not much else to do here. After waiting a couple of hours for the tide to be low enough to walk across, they finally let us leave the island. They don't open the gate until the tide is low enough, and that's for safety reasons. Or maybe it's because they want you to buy another boat ticket. We'll never know.
So we don't have to block people in it.
From Kynance Cove we took a walk to Lizard Point. As you can see, the weather was ever changing. They even had the foghorn going on the lighthouse. Lizard Point is Britain's most southerly point, and it overlooks one of the busiest shipping lanes in the world. It's very rich in wildlife and home to many species of birds, and depending on the time of year you may even be able to spot seals, dolphins and even porpoises off the shore. This was our park up in Falmouth for the night, just outside some millionaires' houses. Very nice, overlooking this beautiful view. I found a park up spot in Falmouth on Park for Night, the app, and it was a really pleasant surprise. They had showers on the beach, toilets nearby, and it was just a really nice place to stay. We were even lucky enough to have this nice firework display just across the bay from where we were staying. On our route home we stopped off at Aztec Spa in Torquay for a shoulder, neck and back massage and afternoon tea for 2. That was well needed after all the driving around Cornwall, and a really nice way to finish off the trip. A massive thank you to everyone that's supporting the channel and subscribed. I really appreciate it, and if you haven't already, please consider clicking that subscribe button if you like the content, and hopefully I see you next time. Take care guys.